And bam, we are back with the Nando Talk, another edition. It's Friday, Aloha Friday. Let's get some good vibes rocking and rolling because the Dolphins are 7-3 on top of the world, actually on top of the AFC East right now as we are top of the division, the number 2 seed in the AFC, and it's feeling nice and pretty entering this bye week. It has been so long since the Dolphins have been this good at this point in the season. And Miami fans, let's enjoy it. Do not let anyone rain on your parade. Let no one try to dampen you or worsen your spirits. Just feel those positive vibes. Enjoy this bye week because the Dolphins are on top of their game. We're doing everything we need to do. The Dolphins have proved to us they can win in a close defensive games. You look at the Bills game, the Steelers game, the Patriots game. Can we win from behind in a comeback? Look no further than that Baltimore game, week 2 versus the Ravens. 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to when the boys were rocking and rolling. You look at the Lions game on the road, down 2 scores, and bam, the boys came back and won that game. The Bears game where we went toe for toe, blow for blow with a quarterback who was on fire, ready to rip apart a defense for 178 yards on the ground, the most by a quarterback in NFL history, more than Michael Vick. Yeah, and we still out-offense that. In that Baltimore game, we still out-battled Lamar Jackson on his own crazy. I think he had 300 or maybe even 400 passing yards, and I know for sure 100 rushing yards. Absolute wild numbers. And the Dolphins still won. We've won close defensive matchups, big offensive battles. We've won blowouts. We've won comebacks from behind, comebacks from the fourth quarter, whatever it may be. The Dolphins do it. We're winning. And if we're playing winning football, then what am I here to complain about? Why would I complain when over the last 4 weeks since coming back from injury, Tua Tagovailoa is 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 4 straight wins of 1,230 yards. He's got the highest passer rating on third down in NFL history since 2000. Sorry, it's not NFL history, since 2000 with 149.8 third down, the most important down in football. And not only is the passing game clicking, as we just said, with, Tyreek Hill already 1,100 yards, leads the NFL in receiving yards, number 1. And then Jalen Waddle, I think, has 3 or 4. He's third or fourth right now. He's about to crack 1,000 yards himself. My God. This offense is not only clicking on the passing game, but in the run game as well. Jeff Wilson, such a phenomenal move. And Chris Greer, A-plus move, 5th-round pick for a plug-and-play guy who's over the last 2 weeks has taken over this running back room, just cracked 100 yards. Like this kid, Jeff Wilson, number 23, Ronnie Brown, Jay Ajayi, Jeff Wilson, just another great 23 running back for this Miami Dolphins and really fixes this identity. Okay, we're going to have the great passing game and we're going to have the good, solid, dependable running game. Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert was running fine in his own right, very electric, dynamic runner with a bit of injury concerns, but Jeff Wilson now allows him to stay fresh and healthy and continue to run at that high level for the whole season. Now we have Jeff and Raheem Mostert, the tandem that's worked together in the past that Mike McDaniel already knows their strengths and weaknesses to the very core, only is going to improve this offense. I loved that Wilson move, and this offense is humming right now, firing on all cylinders. So what is there to fear? The only narrative before the season, guys, we've talked about it over and over again, is that the Dolphins have this great defense, but when push comes to shove, when the offense needs a play, when we need a spark, we can't have it. Okay, you've got clowns like Colin Cowherd still saying this, still saying that, when it comes time to playoffs, the Dolphins won't be able to have that big play with Tua. When time and time again, we've seen that throughout week after week, Tua and the boys are dynamic. This is an offense to watch out for. So let's enjoy it, guys. We are 7-3 entering the bye. That's all we needed to do on the road to 12-5. I'll put the video right here, but back in May, I was talking about it. 7-3 into the bye, 5-2 after the bye week for a grand total of 12-5, and we're golden. And while I would have never thought we would have beaten the Bills and the Ravens together and then lose to the Jets, it's been a wild 7-3, but nonetheless, the Dolphins are 7-3. Again, first in the AFC East, number 2 seed in the AFC. And if a couple games shake our way, and we'll talk about those games in a second, The Dolphins can even lock up number one seed in the AFC, including if the Chargers beat the Chiefs this weekend. The Patriots beat the Jets, little stuff like that to root for. But for once, this is the Dolphins team with destiny in the palm of its own hands, where we can go and control our fate, where we can go and say, hey, the Dolphins are no longer this pushover team. We do have dynamic offense. We have figured out quarterback, the run game. We know that our offense, when needed to, can shine and can perform and can basically hang with anyone, okay? Because every team we've thrown at, we have found a way to win, whether it's outscoring them, holding them to fewer points and still, outscoring them. But you know what I'm talking about, between an offensive outscoring battle and scraping by with the win for a defensive battle, whatever it takes, this Dolphins team just wins. So of course I'm going to keep backing on the boys. Of course I'm going to keep rooting them because this is Nando Talk. This is where we come and give you the positive Dolphins vibes. And why would I not be positive? Why would I not be positive when my quarterback is smack in the middle of the MVP conversation? It's Patty Mahomes and Tua Tagovailoa. Okay. Offensive player of the year, not even a question. It's looking like Tyreek Hill right now. Coach of the year, it's got to be between Brian Dabble, Sirianni, or Mike McDaniel. Like it's crazy how we can be finally from a year ago struggling to find our offensive identity, trying to figure it out, whether that first half of the season was abysmal to drop us to about 1-7, to then going on that big second half win streak and then not being able to finish it at the end, to this year, smooth sailing, 7-3, 7-0 when we start and finish with our starting quarterback. This team, this game is just completely different when we have playmakers at every level. Teron Armstead, stud offensive lineman. Tyreek Hill, literally the most dynamic, if not the best receiver in the NFL. Like adding Bradley Chubb on defense. So we have this hungry, hulking pass rusher who already has 6.5 sacks on the season. Like this is what this Dolphins team has never had in the past. Star power and staying power, good coaching and good players, just all coming into fruition. And it's why Mike McDaniel continues to say, make 2022 a year you will never forget. And for these players, they are giving us this season that we will never forget. And hopefully it ends off with the Super Bowl. But before we get to that, we've got to stay hot. We've got to get to that playoff push. We've got to finish off hot. Come up after this bye week, beat the Texans. Then you go on a 3-game road stretch. Then you got to play the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco. You go to LA to the Chargers. Then you go to Buffalo for the Bills. You can come out of that 1-2. Okay. I think it's probably we don't beat Shanahan because that's a Shanahan Mike McDaniel battle. Although teacher or student, one of those guys is going to get the jump on each other. I'm thinking it's the teacher, but hey, if student Mike McDaniel took notes pretty well, maybe he can pass his old guy. But I think we'll beat the Chargers for sure. And then splitting with the Bills is most realistic after we've already beaten them at home. Then you come back to the Dolphins home, though, on Christmas. You play the reeling Packers. That's a win. Go to Foxborough. Tua is undefeated against Bill Belichick. That's a win. You go to New York. Oh, you go to New Jersey. No, sorry. New Jersey comes to us. And we play the Jets at home, and we fix and right those wrongs, and we smack them around, man. That's 12-5 in the bag, easy. If we can pull a 2-1 on that 3-game road stretch between San Francisco, LA, and the Bills, 2-1, my God. 13-3. Oh, 13-4, sorry. That's what I've wanted to see for the Dolphins in so long. Even at 12-5, I won't be greedy. I'll be very happy with that. But this Dolphins team is something else, guys. I think we genuinely have a chance of winning this AFC East now, especially with how the Bills have fallen, dropped 2 games in a row, 0-2 in the division right now. I think this is all signs pointing for a big Dolphins year. And regardless, we're going to make a nice. I might have been readjusted from one game in the playoffs to get in a divisional round to now maybe even AFC championship game, but signs are pointing to great things for the Miami Dolphins, guys. But looking at this week, as I alluded to before, there are certain games that the Dolphins need to play out in their favor so we can maybe guarantee a number 1 seed, but most importantly, don't fall away to 5. Packers over the Titans was the first step. The Titans already beat the Packers yesterday. Aaron Rodgers, you're a fraud, man, and you let me down. But it's okay, man. We need the Panthers to beat the Ravens. That'd be pretty cool. Baker Mayfield over Lamar, probably not going to happen really. But, hey, if there's something you want to root for, definitely check that game out. Then the Browns over the Bills. That's pretty simple. The Bills, the further they can go down in the AFC East standings, will not only make me laugh and make me feel better, but it does go for a long way for us to securing the AFC East title. Chargers over the Chiefs. That's the one that really stings, and it's tough, but it goes the biggest way to securing that one seed. It'll push the Chiefs to a lower record than us. And while it is painful to ask the Chargers to win, because I am a big anti-Herbert guy, not my friend, not a fan of that chump. It would suck, but oh well, it would have to be. Then we get number one seed, and then obviously the Patriots over the Jets. Again, in this impossible world, I want both those teams to lose. But if someone needs to win, let it be the Patriots to again push the Jets further down the standings and continue to solidify the Dolphins up top, guys. What a time to be a Miami Dolphins fan. What a time to once be able to enjoy a bye week and worry about other teams losing. And even if they don't, no fear in my heart, because I know these Dolphins can win. 5-2 after the bye is not a tall task. It's very feasible. And I'm so pumped that the Dolphins are in this situation where we can actually go and make some noise due to ourselves, due to our playmakers and our coaches, not relying on other teams to fail and to misstep. No. I don't have to root for luck anymore. The Dolphins, while we do have the luck, we have the skill, thunder, and the lightning to match. The cheetah, the Waddle, the snowman, okay? And the zookeeper Tua, QB1, the throwing Samoan, Tan Marino, whatever you want to call him, with Magic Mike leading the charge as the coach. This has been a phenomenal season so far at the halfway mark. Let's use this week 11 bye to get nice, get healthy, refocus, repush towards a brighter future, a playoff future. And I'm loving to be in Miami Dolphins right now, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you are still here checking this out, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, whatever it may be. But most importantly, enjoy the ride, guys. I hope we're having a great time as Fins fans. Let me know what you guys think of this Miami Dolphins team. If you've updated your roster, if you update your schedule prediction, whatever it may be, guys. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter. It's all at Nando Talk, giving you the good, positive Dolphins vibes. And let me know what you guys thought of the logo of the little intro. I am going to make an outro video, but for this one time, we'll finish off with a double intro video. Thank you, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, chins up, fins up, and keep rooting for your Miami Dolphins, baby. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for enjoying. How nice is that, huh?